Everybody, this is Nick from arcade-hunters.com, and as you can plainly see, I have my iPod Touch out again, and that's because there is a brand new game that I wanted to review, and I'll admit I'm very behind on this because, there is a brand new Street Fighter 4 Volt that has some extra characters, also online play, and yes, please stop telling me there is an update to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 with all the characters and the stages that you can finally play. That was pretty much one of the things that was lacking, but you still have to unlock Ermac and Jade, which I have not done. So, today I'm checking out a brand new game from the fine folks at Cave, the same people that made Dodon Punch Resurrection, Mushihime-sama Bug Panic, and Espelgluta 2. And they've announced it for a while, and it finally came out last night. We're talking about Deathsmiles from Cave. Now, why I'm doing this review now, I usually like to play through most of the games that I get, but, I barely even touched this since my battery kind of died on me last night. The game is on sale right now for $4.99. That's going to go till Saturday, so definitely check it out. And before I go, just as always, a word of warning, if you have an older iOS device, these games will not run. There is a light version that you can try to make sure it does work. So definitely go give it a shot. It does work on iPhone, iPod, and very surprisingly, it does work on the iPad, which a lot of people are really digging right now because you get a whole lot of screen space that you're not going to get on an iPod. So let's jump right in. Check it out. So here we go. Now this is pretty much the same exact game with a bonus iPhone mode that they've pretty much, like, if you have the Xbox 360 version, you know what to expect. So it does use Game Center for all your achievements, OpenFaint also for achievements, so let's jump right in. Now, just like with all the other games from Cave, there are two modes. As I said, there's the new iPhone mode that I'll talk about later, and the arcade mode. We can hop right here into the options, and you've got your settings. Now, since I'm playing on an iPod Touch with the screen right here, I like to use the medium scale. You can also play with the full screen where it will give you a little bit of these borders. The problem is because, as you can see, your thumb is going to cover up the screen, and this being a horizontal shooter, there's enemies coming at you from the right, and there's enemies coming at you from the left. So I prefer, you can also play it in small, but it does make it very tiny to see. I use it in medium, so that works for me. You can also change out the sounds, you can change up the controller, and other is pretty much you can skip the cutscenes, you can keep the tutorial on, and the enemy life bars. And also from here, there is a little history of it, so you can read up the history of both Deathsmiles games, and for some reason, if you want to, you can read about the drama CDs that they released in Japan. But I don't know. I don't really care for shooting games with stories, but, Deathsmiles is one of those games that has a story in it, so right now, I'm just going to jump right into the arcade mode and show you a bit of the action here. So, it has a practice mode that they've added into the iPhone mode that you can use. So, it has the 4 original characters from the original arcade game. You got Winda, Casper, Bullet, and Rosa, who I pretty much prefer. I like to use Rosa. Now, since they don't have Black Label, I don't know, on it yet, you can't play as Sakura yet, so she's still in the game. So this is the tutorial, pretty much teaches you how to use the laser. I'm not really good with this game when it comes to all the intricacies of getting all the different scoring things. Pretty much I know bigger enemies use the laser, the smaller enemies you use the regular shot. And you can also do the summoning magic, and kind of like what they did in both Dodon Punch and Espelgluta 2, if you get hit, it will automatically set off one of your bombs, and you have 3 bombs in rotation, and then it'll go through your life bar. And, let's skip that. So, you got the 3 main stages you can go through. Let's go to Port Town. And you get to choose your level. You can go 1, 2, or 3. Let's go 3. Alright, there is a little bit of loading, but, from what they're able to pull off on this little guy, I can't believe they can do this. As you can see, the graphics are exactly the same as the arcade version or the Xbox 360 version. Same great music, and the iPhone has brand new, so move around like this. Now right now I'm setting to regular shots, so that's pretty much for the smaller enemies. And you want to pick up these little skulls that build up right there on your my right is the combo meter. And as you can see, since this is a horizontal shooter, their enemies come out from the other side, so you have to press right here on the bottom right that says left shot. Now, since I wasn't watching what I was doing, I ended up getting hit, so that automatically sets off a bomb. So it says enemy to the left, so you can actually turn around and move and shoot. Takes a little bit getting used to. I know a lot of people don't like to play games on their iPhone because, you know, you're not using real physical buttons or a real physical joystick, but, you know, after a while it does, you do get to learn how to use it. To get to kind of like, do a couple things that you can't normally do with a joystick, but, you know, just people out there that are a lot better than me in these games. You know, let's take out the first boss, you know, go in the laser. We're going to move over and switch it to the left shot. The first Deathsmiles is all Halloween themed, while the second one is all Christmas themed. You gotta go through these sites and also go through his. I knew it. That's what you get for great gameplay videos here from me. And right here with the combo, if you build up, you get over 1,000, you can tap here, and that will, it's usually your lock shot, but that's the power-up shot that they have in this. So, let's jump out of here because I want to show you the brand new exclusive iPhone mode, which is really cool. As what they did with Espelgluda 2 and Dodon Punch, they put in brand new music, and it sounds amazing. Now, what you do in this one is there's a brand new character named Tiara that you can use. She's pretty much the princess of the world, and you can set your difficulty to 3 different levels. There's this brand new thing which is called the My Room, and you can go here to Sakura Shop, and it takes a little bit to load, but in this game you can pick up gold, and you can also pick up other items in the game, and what the items and the gold do is you can buy different equipment for Tiara in the game to use. So she pretty much flies around like Mary Poppins, so she uses an umbrella. So you can buy different umbrellas, and that'll change her attack power, the shoes and stuff like that. They pretty much just change the way how she plays, and as I said, I have not played that much of it, so I don't have that much gold to buy anything. So it's pretty much like you're playing the same game with a brand new character that's just, you know, exclusive for this. You're not going to see this. And I saw on Cave's site they kind of skipped through all this, so that's the new character that you're going to play as. So let's skip that. It's the same game. So let's go to Lakeshore. So really good stuff from Cave. Definitely check this out. As I said, till Saturday, this game is going to be on sale for $4.99, and I think it goes back to $9. Usually that's most of their games that they charge is either $8 or $9. So you can hear the, I should have done the first stage, but the enemies have life bars on it. Right there, there's treasure. So I got 100 gold pieces that I can spend in the store and buy some extra items. Another 100 gold pieces. Very profitable. So you also have your familiar that follows you around. I think they're called a demon in this game. So as you can see, bigger enemies you use the laser on, and you get rewarded with bigger gems that build up your combo meter a lot faster. So now we're going to go with the smaller enemies, so I want to go and use my regular shot. And now back to laser. So you're constantly switching back and forth to find the best shot for which will get you more points, because after all, that's what all That's the name of all these games, is playing for score. Hopefully we'll show you what the power-up shot looks like. I'll go back in the shot. Apologies if I don't have the camera on. Now here's Mary the boss. Yes, it is a giant cow. I'll show you the lock-on shot. Pretty sure a lot of people don't use the lock-on shot. As I said, I'm not very good with, you know, there's a lot of stuff in cave games that you want to do to score, to get just the best points that you can. Most of the time, I just play this to kind of survive, to see how far I can get, because, you know, they get absolutely ridiculous with most of the bullet patterns that you have to fly through. And that's kind of like why I like using the thumb pad now, that you can, you know, kind of fly around, do stuff a little bit differently than you were using an actual joystick. Now this is different. When you go to kill the boss, it'll come up like this. So you have to go. And probably in the harder mode, it'll be different ones that you can use. So I got 1,000 gold pieces for beating the boss. I got my power-up meter right there. So it'll give you a score, and also tell you a different treasure, and you can hop right in the shop, hit OK, you can go on to the next stage, and you can play through pretty much the same game with a brand new character. You can power up, get her a bunch of new weapons and stuff like that, brand new music and stuff like that. Overall, really great game from Cave. Definitely check it out. And that is Deathsmiles from Cave on my iPod Touch. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and have a good one, and I'll see you soon here from Arcade Hunters.